Okay, this is a little bit of my setup. Put my mixer in. I've got a spare tablet set up and ready to go if I need to. That is not connected to my booth. That's why you see the extra wiring there. What is connected is my DMX Go. The extra cable you see there is for a power for a computer that I do not have operating right now. I'm trying a new system. So I'm using an old computer with Virtual DJ. I've been toying with that notion. I use Serato right now. I may have both. I'm not sure. They both have good features that I like. Um, One thing I don't like is to try the Virtual DJ. It won't play through my big speakers when I'm using my controller. This is my Pioneer DDJ SX3. And right now it is actually playing a mix, but I have it turned down so I can talk to you and to avoid copyright. So currently I'm just running it through my little headphone jack on my computer. It still sounds pretty good when I run it through my big speakers. Here's a small taste. Maybe if I can figure it out. Oh, it's this one here. Okay. And of course, that doesn't sound really good because I'm on the back side and it gets a little muffled with the bass. I am right next to a wall. I mean, here's a floor mat, so you can imagine I don't have a whole lot of space there. Anyway, sorry to jerk you around that fast. I thought it'd be neat to just show how this thing lights up when you don't touch it after about 5 or 10 minutes. I'm not sure what the time period is, but I waited until it started lighting up before I did this video. And over here is the My DMX Go tablet that I use to run only my moving heads, which I don't have hooked up right now, but I will show you one of them. It's up there on my pillars. Okay, and my RCF J8 speakers. I usually set them on the outside just to give myself just a little bit more spread on the sound. Okay, I have my little cheap headphones. I'd like to get me a nice set someday, but as little as I do, this should be fine. Little headphone clip, little cup holder. Should hold a cup, but it holds my Mega Bar out front, remote control for it, so I can turn it on blackout or turn it on. Got to have my Elvis mouse pad. Got to have that. And if you're wondering what this little box is, that is my W app from Ape Labs. And it's almost like a big paperweight right now. I'm waiting on Ape Labs to do an update so it will work with the all the Ape Labs lighting in music mode, with the source being the W app. Now it still works and I'm still using it, but I just use the lights in the regular sound active music mode through that. It's still through that, but each light is still pinging off of its own sound. But otherwise, I mean, everything looks good. I was trying to minimize my wiring without drilling a whole bunch of holes in my tabletop. So I've only got one hole drilled in the table, and that is right there, that most of my wires go through. Now, I half lied. It's not the only hole I have drilled in it. I have one drilled over here for my mixer, and then there's one back there for the wiring to the My DMX Go and my computer power. Of course, all my power goes down here, and this is probably a mess. I haven't worked on it yet. It's not too shabby. It's right here is the dongle for the donor receivers for my movers. I just have an extra cable there for the cell phone chargers. And there's an old cell phone that I have a whole bunch of music on. And then down in the bottom, I've just got another, that power cord doesn't stay there, but this holds my speakers when I bring them in. And it'll hold a bunch of stuff after I'm already in the event venue. And that's about all I have to show you as far as my booth goes. One thing I can show you, it's a little preview, is my table runner for my photo booth with my new logo on it. Get Around Sound. Get Around Sound. And I've been playing over here with different photo booth variations. Also, this is a JBL Eon 1 Pro. I'm going to be using that for my ceremonies, along with some Sennheiser microphones. That has 6 channels. It's 7 channels, but 2 of them are together. 6 and 7 is together. But this is really nice. Some people have been ragging on it. So far, I'm liking it. It's got 1, 2, 3, 4 microphone inputs if you want, and then I'm not going to take it apart. But right here is channel 5 and 6, so it's a 6 channel, I guess. 5 and 6, plus you have an output in the back with a volume, so maybe that's your 7. Close that back up. And what I will do, there's 2 Bose S1s. I will take my JBL and one of these Bose S1s, if there's more than 100 people, and I'll walk you over here through my dungeon, and it's a dungeon, and show you the other toys I've been playing with. These are my Sennheiser microphones in the pack that I made. I originally made this to put my mixer, my Yamaha MG10, that's sitting on the table you just saw. It will fit in here. And the battery, I have it set up to where it'll go in the bottom, so everything is still nice and flush up here. But I don't think I'm going to need it. After playing with that JBL, I don't think I need it. But I have a microphone, and then I have one of these bad boys to plug in a regular microphone into it to make it wireless. Okay, and I plan on using, and I already have it, it's a Electro Voice RE50B. It's a omnidirectional mic. The same with these lav packs. These are omnidirectional lav packs, and I could not tell a difference clipping it right at my necktie versus down at my waist. I couldn't hardly hear a difference in quality. So on a non-windy day, that is a great option. Of course, if it's windy, I can maybe clip it behind their shirt or something. But I've got enough transmitters and receivers. That's a transmitter right there. That would actually go with the body pack. This here, I'm pretty sure, is a receiver. Yeah, and it says receiver on the back of it. I don't know if you can see that receiver. They're all for the same channel. I got channel A. I'll just put them on different ones as I set them up. I was thinking about getting some for different channels, but then I wouldn't have the chance to mix and match them. Because what I plan on doing is they send you, well, you have to order it special. This cable right here. Okay. This is a CL-2, I believe is what it is. And this, if you noticed, this is a male. So this actually goes, no, this is a female. And this goes into, I guess, the output. Yeah. the output of a speaker, and then you take that and you run it, sync up a receiver and a transmitter, and you can run it to another speaker. That's how I'm going to do it with my JBL. So I'll have a transmitter right here, okay, hooked up to that wire, and I will run that wire to the output of my JBL, to the receiver hooked up to one of these regular male connectors, into the input 1 or input 2, into one of my bows. That way I can have everything playing all at the same time. And this case, I can leave it setting right next to my JBL. And what I'll do is turn these things straight up like this. When I'm using them, be just like that. So the antennas are sticking up. For now, if I have a problem, I'll end up mounting a bracket on top of the speaker to get the antennas really high. But I tested them like this out on my farm, and I walked all the way probably 200 feet, and I stood behind a barn, and I could still hear it. So it's picking up fairly well. So you can imagine. Now, one thing I was thinking about doing is not standing next to my speaker. That's where that mixer would have come in handy. Still might do it. That's why the space is here. I can move that mixer in and out. What I'm thinking about doing is using this. That is a transmitter. Okay. Hook that up to my mixing board using this. Okay. Transmit the signal to both speakers, one on each side. And I can stand anywhere in the back. I can sit in the back in a chair and do everything from there. Nobody'd even know, unless they saw my equipment, they wouldn't even know who was producing the sound. I'm thinking about doing that. Now, I can do that. I have all the equipment here to do that, as long as I'm only using 2 lapels or 1 lapel and 1 microphone, that one right there. If they need 3, then I can't do it that way. I would have to stand by my JBL. But anyway, this is just a quick little get-together down in my dungeon. I'm just trying to organize a few things here and there, getting ready for this wedding season. It's about upon us. It is upon some of you all. Got a buddy up in Louisville. He is already doing events. He can kick it. So you all have a good day, and I'll see you next time.